Hi, launch team. I wanted to give an update. I thought a video would be the easiest way. Where we're at, things that are coming up. Quick note on launches: independent publishing, Amazon specifically, disrupted a lot of traditional publishing practices. Although a lot of the best practices still come out of traditional publishing. And what I mean specifically when it comes to launches, and this confuses a lot of people. Everyone's sort of got this idea in their head, and it still exists, it's still true, that launch is a big event, and it can be. Very often, a traditional publisher will do pre-orders for a whole year in advance. They will release hardcover only for the first year in many cases, and only publish a paperback after a year of hardcover sales. There's reasons for that have to do with bestseller lists, but the basic model for sometimes a record or a book is they'll kind of build everything up as much as they can and then fire all their guns at once on launch day. Now, this has traditionally been a test for the traditional publisher to see if the book is going to pay out, as they say. And if it's determined, and the launch is usually a day, it's usually a week, actually. Usually a Tuesday through a Sunday. If a book doesn't pay out, very often the publisher will drop their effort, and the author's just kind of left. They've got a deal now for however many years where they share royalties, but the publisher's basically not interested in investing anything else in it. I think it's for that reason, among a few others, that some of my friends with traditional publishing deals have anticipated and fought and waited to get out of them. So the differences with independent publishing, I'm playing a long game with the Inspiring Women series. So the opposite of your traditional launch that we just discussed is what's called a soft launch, where let's say someone, a chiropractor, for example, who started helping other chiropractors and now is kind of feeling like maybe I should do seminars and consult. Well, they'll often publish a book to support that change, and they'll do what's called a soft launch. So they won't invest the time or the effort into a traditional hard launch. They'll simply let their book go live, and then once it's live, start using it to create media appearances, to get on TV shows, to have at the back of the room, to have at a seminar or a speaking engagement they give. And that's very common, and I've helped a lot of professionals do a book project with a soft launch. I'm doing sort of a combination with Inspiring Women Volume 1. We have the book is live. As of this moment, there's 2 reviews, which is nothing, but a start. I'm going to leave the prices low at $1.99, and I changed the paperback to $9.99. These are low prices for the book. It should probably be double that in both cases. But I want to leave it low until I get the reviews that I'd like, which is 50. So I plan to leave the book priced very low and even do giveaways and have some fun with it until we've got our 50 reviews. As far as the real marketing now is going to snowball. This can be done prior to launch, and it can be done, actually it can be done at any time. Namely, we've done what we've done with the launch team, as you know. I've got a bunch of people with books reading them. The reviews start to trickle in as people finish the read, or some people review even before they're done with the read, which is fine. And you don't have to have bought the book on Amazon to review it, by the way, so please review it. So there's a lot to come down the road, and this group will probably not ever be deleted. It will probably change in a month or two to embrace the whole series of books, because there's another one in the works for next March 8th. And there's a prequel book called Volume A, which I don't have on me, which is smaller. So that's just a note. Now, in the meantime, namely, one of the core things that'll happen now in terms of marketing is we're going to name 100 influencers and start to work on partnerships and promote that way, as well as publicity that can start and go on forever. All the authors in this book are now best-selling authors. They are now published authors, and they've got a solid reason to go make a presentation and get on a radio, a TV, a blog, media appearance. So, what I really wanted to say, I'm 5 minutes in. What I really wanted to say is I got the book. It arrived finally for me, and I'm very, very happy with the paperback. This is a black and white edition, and for a reason. It's still laid out very visually. I'm really happy with how it came out. In black and white this way, I think the quality's great. Kindle always does a great job. Very happy to have this. I'll probably give this first copy to my dad when I see him this weekend. And then I'll order a bunch to have on hand. This is the one you get now for $9.99. And if you have Prime, it's free shipping and it ships pretty quick. And it's just, the stories in it, they're not my stories. They're these women's stories. And I've got a little story in there. Very proud of, very excited to get it. This is the color edition. Frankly, I'm not sure. In independent publishing, interior color is a bit of a trick. We don't have the same ability to produce cost effectively like traditional publishers. But it came out beautiful. And it's very beautiful. Talk about beautiful. There's my wife. This, though, is $39. And I'm not sure that I would buy it at $39. If you really want color interior, frankly, you may want to wait. I'm going to publish a hardcover with color interior and get a copy of that to all the authors in the book. And I think this may even get unpublished as a paperback, but we'll see. Okay, what I wanted to mention are the launch parties. I know I'm 7 minutes in. There's a long time for a video, but we're going to do two. We originally had one planned for what is my tomorrow night, which would be Tuesday, March 30th at 8 o'clock. And there's a Zoom link that I'll share with the post. This is the one that I mocked up the little ticket for and asked everybody to promote. And then I found we had some authors that couldn't make that party, and they wanted to do some rather big things to promote. So I made the decision to change it. Now, I did, but I'm not going to eliminate the original launch party. There's going to be two launch parties. I'm not worried about how many turn out at the first one. We had 13 confirms when I made the switch, and I don't know how many are coming from other sources because the group is private. So there could be a lot. We have to limit it at 100 people at any rate. So I will tell you about two launch parties, and I'll print this in the post as well. The first is going to be Tuesday, and if you're in Florida or you're in Eastern time zone, it lasts 2 hours, but you don't have to be there for the whole 2 hours. Come whenever you can. Although it's limited to 100, so you may not get in if we get that many. Tuesday, March 30th, 5 o'clock in California, 8 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. I did that time because there are quite a few authors in this book from Australia, and that launch party will be Wednesday, March 31st at 10 a.m. in Australia, in Brisbane time, which is Tuesday at 8 p.m., March 30th, Florida time. I hope that makes sense. Unfortunately, I've got two authors that mean the world to me, but this launch party is going to be in East Africa time for Stella. This is March 31st at 3 a.m. And for Belinda, this is March 31st at 2 a.m. And Belinda has been a soldier. She has said that she'll be there. Now, at the first or the second. The times are the same. The second launch party is Wednesday, U.S. time, Wednesday, April 14th. This is probably going to be a bigger, more produced launch party. We're going to have a pre-meeting and plan this one out. The one tomorrow night is going to be very informal. And I'll print the times and everything below. So, 10 minutes, that's a long post. Thank you very much.